As kids on the playground, children dream of becoming doctors and professional athletes. Few see themselves involved in a life of crime.
I ended up, selling drugs, to support my family.
I was addicted to marijuana, and when I did the crime, I was doing coke as well and drinking.
Inside Lehigh County's Community Corrections Center, 20-year-old Shane Hendricks and 31-year-old Andre Lopez join about 200 inmates counting the days until they're released. Statistics show that within 3 years of leaving, almost half of the inmates will return.
In many cases, we know who the individuals are who are committing a large portion of the crimes in most communities, and they're offenders that are going in and out of corrections facilities.
In the cinder block day room in one of the center's units, Andre sits at a metal table, studying for his GED or high school equivalency test. As he works through these geometry problems, Andre counts not days, but hours.
I'm leaving tomorrow. Yeah, maxing out tomorrow. So I'm going home free. No paper, no parole, no nothing.
Incarcerated since February 2009, Andre spent almost 3 years in the county corrections system. Andre grew up in Allentown, went through elementary and middle school, and even dreamed of becoming a professional football player. So what happened? Well, with admirable intentions, he dropped out in 9th grade.
It wasn't something I wanted to do, but it was hard on my family. I was thinking about my sisters and my mom, so then once I started getting into the wrong crowd and the negative friends, I knew something was gonna go wrong.
Locked up for the first time at age 19, Andre has gone in and out of prison on drug, burglary, and theft charges ever since.
Since then, it's been horrible for me because I've been trying to, find a way out and find a new life.
With a series of targeted rehabilitative programs, corrections officials say they want to help him find it.
If we can break that cycle and we can take individuals and help them to be better prepared so that when they go back out, they may actually choose a different path and be better prepared to succeed in jobs and just general living and life, it's in everybody's best interest.
How big were your orders typically?
A pallet, maybe 2 pallets.
While serving his time, Andre enrolled in school and worked with employment case manager Sarah Reinick to create a resume.
If these residents are released back into the community with employment, it greatly decreases their recidivism rate. They're more likely, to work their 9-to-5 job and give back to the community that they were taken out of. I just need you to sign and date this, and I will sit down and make the first draft of your resume.
Thank you.
Sarah runs an 8-week job readiness class with inmates like Andre to draft resumes and cover letters and practice interview skills.
When I first started doing this, I believe our employment rate was about 30 to 40%. I just ran our numbers last week, and we have a 76.6% employment rate.
Along with programs like Sarah's, case managers also run anger management, decision-making, relapse prevention, and mental health courses.
When one of those factors starts getting to be a little bit more prevalent than the others, that's when my suggestion is you seek out treatment.
As the center's mental health coordinator, Mike Palumbo works with about 30% of the inmates.
I wouldn't necessarily say that there would be a direct relation between somebody having a mental illness and the likelihood of committing a crime, but somebody who typically has a severe mental illness will often lack finances, housing, good supports in the community, which those we know, have an impact on whether or not they're going to lead to criminal behavior. Why is that important, do you think, to us in the field?
According to Mike, common mental health issues include bipolar disorder, major depressive disorder, anxiety disorder, and post-traumatic stress disorder. Mike works with inmates to help them connect to sources of medication and treatment when they're released.
If they go out and they know more, they're more likely to go ahead and stay on the medications or stay in with the treatment. And hopefully we won't see them back again.
All right, Mr. Hendricks, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from New York. Was born and raised.
Here since April 2011 for his involvement in a robbery, Shane will celebrate his 21st birthday in prison.
I took for granted so many things, especially my freedom. I did this because I thought I could, get away with it. And I wasn't thinking about the person or his feelings when it happened.
Away from drugs and alcohol, Shane now focuses on the future. He hopes to go to cosmetology or performing arts school, but first, using the skills he honed with Sarah, Shane wants to get a job, get out, and stay out.
It takes a strong person to be able to do time. You know, it just takes a stupid person to be able to come back and keep on doing time and keep on doing time. I don't plan on being like that. This is my first and last time.
Even though this time wasn't his first, Andre's also committed to making it his last. And officials report the next 6 months will be critical.
Half of the people who don't make it for 3 years came back to us within the first 6 months. So the more we can do to wrap our services and supervision around that time frame, we should be able to make a significant impact going forward.
For now, Andre looks forward to walking through this door a free man and leaving his life of crime behind him. For Tempo In Depth, I'm Laura McHugh reporting.